Hi, everybody. This is Marilyn. Do we have any audio? Yes? No? Good. Thanks. Um Hi, everybody. This is Marilyn, and it's the noon edition of Welcome to My World. This is Monday the 21st of December. How's everybody doing this morning? Is everybody trading and checking out all this wonderful stuff? Because you can post your charts in here if we have new people that are just getting started. I have an idea right around the first of the year we will, but I really like this having these swing high, swing lows because notice here on crude oil, here we have to click somewhere to get there. You could, depending on where everything else was in this realm, from trade this from these buy sell zones to the next buy sell zone. But what I like are the ones that break out because those are kind of just no brainer sitting there waiting for the taking. I believe the entry rule is 3 ticks above the swing for at least 10 ticks. So those, if you have not looked at those, they're really nice. And this chart also has the trend catcher on it. We haven't had a lot of activity in crude oil today. It's been a little tough to trade. One of the things that this makes a very, very good illustration of is I've got the range channels on this. Lori calls this the chalkboard chart. This dark green chart, and you can see the outline. See how skinny this is? It took a whole hour to form the better part of 3 bars right there. That's a lot of paint drying and doing absolutely nothing. And what is nice is this puts up these yellow candles. Or you can make them whatever color. I just like them yellow because they catch my attention. Stay out, stay out. We had Brent this morning gap down at the close, and it tried to fill that gap and kind of just barely by a tick or 2 or 3 got there, and then it backed off again. Brent is at its low for the last, I don't know, at least 10 or 12 years. I think since 2004. And what's happening now for the first time in a long, long time is Brent is becoming much more expensive to ship. And so anyway, we'll see how this all plays out. But this morning we had the U.S. dollar was trending down while the euro was going up. So for those of you who like to trade the pair, and I know there are some spreads in Nadex on that pair, you probably had a pretty nice trending trade for this morning. These indices are starting to sell off a little bit. They try and then they give up and then they try again. The leader in this seems to be the YM this morning. TF has also been pretty strong, but the NQ, we had a week or so where the NQ was leading those 4, and today is not the day. It's not doing that. We have the VIX really not doing much of anything. It's back just a couple of, well, 1 or 2 ticks below 20. So we'll see how that ends up. I did want to, we don't have the ability with the HotCom to do a survey or to poll and ask people what they think. But yeah, Huey, you're absolutely right. The swing breakouts are awesome sauce. That's a designation for a good trade in Apex, courtesy of Miss Lori. Awesome sauce. Um, but I want to. It just strikes me that me coming on here 3 times every day is probably a little much, and you all have the ability. There is a mute button down in the lower left corner of your HotCom. You can shut me up anytime you want to. But we're thinking about the idea of, instead of 8:30, that right now I'm coming on at 8:30 in the morning, 12 noon, and 2:30 in the afternoon, which is the open outcry close of crude oil, and my charts are up for crude oil. What does anybody think? Don't hesitate to just type in the chat here what your preference would be, but I am thinking 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. every day. That doesn't interfere with anything, and when Daryl does his radio show and all that, Daryl puts on some trades sometimes on that radio show, and lots of people like to go over there. So let us know what you think, but 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. for the next year, we'll just hold it at this right now, because for the next 2 weeks, because what we have are people coming in and out and doing their shopping and family stuff and whatever. But if you have a preference, or if you have a preference of subjects, something you kind of want me to look at, take care of, help you with, let me know that as well. Sometimes there's plenty of stuff to talk about, and sometimes there's not. But the reason I've been coming on at 8:30 is because we had a lot of new people in here for quite a while, and they had some idea that they would start up at 8:30. I sit, therefore I trade, and that's a really, really bad idea when the news is coming. So I was trying my best to get people oriented to pay attention to that news. So if everybody promises me they'll watch for that news, we'll try to put up a post in here, and it is on the website. There is a news tab. It's excellent. Daryl lays out some trades if you're interested in doing those, and then there's also a calendar there, and you can adjust that calendar. It's literally everything. We don't really care about some of that stuff. I mean, I don't care what the New Zealand news is for tonight. You can, because I don't trade at night. You can, there's a filter on that thing. And I'm also not interested in news that doesn't matter. And even though it's scheduled, it doesn't tend to move the markets. It's just some more stuff in front of my face. So you might want to set the filter on that and check that. But in your business plan, that needs to be what, when you drill down to what you're going to do every day, how are you going to get started, one of the things needs to be check the news first thing, so you know what time it's coming out. Let's see. I don't see anything else. Crude oil has just been a real, but it's just a yucky market today to trade. I don't like it at all. Gold, if you have watched gold and you have a 30-minute chart up on gold, it has been hovering for the last 2.5, 3 hours and refuses to break its high. It gets real close, but it doesn't want to break about 1080. That when it does that for a long time, any market, when you notice anything like that, that's a pretty significant resistance line right there. It'll take a lot of volume, and the bus driver will have to get serious to go through there. Anyway, let us know what you think, and because we're going to try and get this a little more organized for the new year. So, with that, this has been my view from my world in Apex land, brought to you by Apex Investing. I'll see you about 2:30. Thanks.